I'm excited. I am excited for tomorrow. You know, I told you my cycle was going to be yesterday. It was going to be a little down. You know, we were gonna talk it all out. But I am back today, baby. We are going to TCB tomorrow, Robbie. We are going to get it right back to where we need it to be. Just like Shaquille O'Neal said, we're going to even this puppy up. As soon as Charles Barkley opened up his mouth and said it was going to be a sweep, I knew. And you know what? You know these Bucks. They're mentally weak. They're going to be sitting there. They're going to be thinking to themselves, we got him. We've exercised the demons. But they don't know that the fight's not over yet. You know, sometimes you punch yourself out. And that's what happens. You come out there, you think you got an opponent up against the cage, Robbie, and you say, oh, it's time to finish the job. But sometimes you blow your gas tank, and that's what happened. Bryn Forbes, you think you're going to do that again? All right, we'll see. We'll see, bro. We'll see if you can bring that again, DiVincenzo. We'll see if you can bring that again, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You're building a brick city. We'll see. Because you know what? You guys should know this more than anybody. A series doesn't end up 2-0. You've been there before, and then what happened? You choked it away. You squandered it. Don't blow it. Don't blow it, because the pressure's all on you still. All you've done is what you're supposed to do. So let's see how you can handle a little bit of success in your life. Because back's against the wall, when we're cornered like a puma, we come charging out. It's fantastic. And plus, now we got the Stephen A. Smith, the call out. Jimmy Butler, he's going to go out there showing everybody what's what.
Couple days of, sitting at home, getting ripped by the national media, stewing on it for the loss for a couple days.
Jimmy Butler's just sitting there stewing on it. He's just stewing on it. Bam Adebayo's sitting there stewing on it. Not Goran Dragic. She's like, you guys better pick it up. Otherwise, not hang out with you. We'll hang out with Luka next year. Okay? Enough of this.
And look, the Heat, last time they got whooped by the Bucks. Earlier this season, the Bucks set a record for three-pointers made in a game. They beat the Heat by almost 50. They played again.
Terrible game.
They played again the very next night, and the Heat won.
All you got to do is let me tell you something right now. If this team doesn't go up 3-0, they're going to be shook. As soon as you counterpunch and you put them at a moment like, oh, they're not going away. All right. As soon as you hit them back a little bit and you show them you're not going to be knocked out. This ain't going to be a Tyson vintage first round KO. As soon as you show them a little bit of punch back, you know what's going to happen? They're going to do what they do. You know what Bucks do? Deer in headlights.
Oh.
Deer in headlights. You just got to show them a little bit of something oncoming.
Okay. Question.
And as soon as there's high beams, Leroy, do you know what a deer does when it sees high beams? It freezes.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh.
You're basing this off of last year, right?
No. I'm basing it off of this year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm basing it off of this year and just the history of what that franchise does. What they do, Leroy.
If you say history, that is the past.
Well, you can't not know about your future without knowing about the past. And the past is as soon as you punch back, Leroy, the bully, you know what they do? They quiver.
You know who the Bucks are, Tobin?
Zhali
Zhang. Remember he had those 3 knockdowns early on in that fight you all went to, the undercard of the Canelo fight?
Right. Punched himself out.
Oh, my goodness.
That also turned out that guy.
He couldn't even lift his arms.
Also turned out that guy was having kidney failure in the middle of the ring as that was going on. But nonetheless, your point stands, Robbie. He thought that the fight was over, and it wasn't. Kept it going. He kept it going.
I remember that. Was vicious bad beat.
Like you tend to believe that the only people that have the ability to grow is your team. Right? Or the only time that things stay consistent from year to year is when your team benefits from it. Like, let's think about this. This is how anytime I've had success in sports, here's what the message was the very next year. You're on top. Everybody's hunting you.
Yep.
So they're making changes. They're making adjustments. They're doing all these things to beat you because you have set the bar.
Yeah, well, it's not like that anymore. But now the rabbit's got the gun.
The rabbit can only have the gun after you win.
Oh, no, bro. It can happen in the process of it. You know, you think that it's duck season and you go around there and then you switch the sign. You know what it turns out it is? It ain't duck season. It's buck season. Be very, very quiet. Jimmy's hunting Giannis.
Who hunting all them other guys?
Don't worry about it, bro. Baby Goat, Duncan Robinson. You know what Kendrick Nunn said yesterday?
Because right now,
you want to know what Kendrick Nunn said
right
yesterday?
now, hold on. In years past, Giannis has been the reason why they won the loss.
Yeah.
Now Giannis is just a contributor. He is not the main reason why they're winning or losing.
Yeah, you're right.
And so you keep concentrating on Giannis, who's going to get his anyway.
Role players.
Is Middleton a role player?
Whoa, what do they say about
Drew Holiday a role player?
Brent Forbes, Pat Connaughton?
No, okay. Those guys, yes. What about the guys I named, Robbie? You never answer a question.
I've answered them, but I'm telling you.
Is Middleton a role player?
Yeah, he's a role player. You know, he's for some reason he seems to hit big shots against us. But you want to know something?
Let me get this straight.
He used his karma shot. He used his karma shot.
Here's what you're saying to me: that the only star that the Bucks have is Giannis, and the Heat have 2 or 3 stars, and that's why the Heat should win.
I'm telling you, Chris Middleton, he has his good karma shot. Everybody has a good karma shot in a series, all right?
What about Drew Holiday?
What about him?
I'll say Middleton is not a role player, but I'll say Drew Holiday is
Really? Okay.
Drew Holiday's a really good player. He's a good player.
Lopez?
Oh, he's an ostrich.
No, but again, effective.
Effective. You know what he is, Leroy? You know, you know what I've called him. He's Roy Hibbert 2.0. We're gonna figure this thing out.
It's all fine.
We're gonna figure this thing out.
But you just lost by 40.
It's okay. You know what Spo said? They all count the same. The one that happened the first time and the one that happened the next time, they both count for a game.
That's all fine and dandy. Give me a legitimate solution to competing with that.
Leroy,
that you say is garbage.
Leroy, you weren't here for this, but
real talk, not just some imaginary little wish stuff. Okay. I would like to know, from a basketball perspective, what are the Heat gonna do to defend these guys?
Here's what's gonna happen. Because Kendrick Nunn said it. All right, he said it on, and you don't just put anything on social media. You know what Kendrick Nunn said? You want to know what he said?
I already know where this is going. I can't.
Do you want to know what he said?
You can't do it,
Leroy,
can you?
Leroy, do you want to know what he said? Just ask the question. Do you want to know what he said?
What? Yes, sure, Tom.
Kendrick Nunn said on Instagram, on his story, "We will bounce back."
Jimmy Butler also said something. Can't get no worse.
That's right. He's right. It can't get any worse. It can't get any worse.
But what I needed to get
any worse.
What I needed to do is get to a point where you can defend these guys and win the game.
Leroy, well, earlier you weren't here, but earlier this season, the Bucks had a similar beatdown of the Heat. They almost won by 50.
Record-breaking.
They set an NBA record for most 3-pointers made in the game. They played again the very next night. Everybody played. All the same players played, and the Heat won.
Okay. All right. I literally have questions that I haven't seen occur during these last 2 games.
Leroy,
and I'm just wondering. Hold on, and I'm just wondering. You know, when I watch the game, what are the Heat going to be able to do differently to defend that? And the explanations that you 2 clowns are giving me, right, have nothing to do with basketball.
You ever go fishing, bro? I'm asking you a question.
Yep.
Okay. You ever go out fishing, right? And the first cast, you get yourself a big bite. All right.
Yeah,
and you think
you have those radars that take you where the fish are, so you usually get a bite pretty quick.
Yeah, fine. But you get that first bite of the day, right? and you think this is going to be a fruitful trip. But then what happens? You're stuck there out in the ocean. No more nibbles. And that's what's happening with the Bucks. Congratulations. You took your first cast out and you caught yourself a big old grouper. But the problem is we're not a bunch of groupers. We're whales. And we learn with echolocation and pods and culture. And you're not going to throw...
There's a couple of guys I like to locate.
You're not going to throw your nets in our waters multiple times and kick our ass. Okay. That's not going to happen here in this Biscayne Bay.
Okay. All right. Same old Bucks?
Same old Bucks.
And so you're also saying same old Heat?
Nope. Because the Heat evolved.
No, you
Heat
said
culture.
Okay.
Big explode! Back after this. Leroy. More Kawhi rumors are out there. First Woj. Now Stephen A. Smith. Now they're down 0-2. They get that cap space open, Leroy. No trade needed. Come on down, Kawhi. Why are you going to hitch your wagon to playoff P? Look, Los Angeles is great. It's a great city from what I hear. And I know you've wanted to be there your entire life. But you know what they say, Leroy? You know what they say? You know what they say?
What did they say?
Can't go home. Can't go home again. And it was a nice little experiment. I hope you got it out of your system. LeBron went home. It was a beautiful thing. They did I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Wrote a letter. Told the people of Cleveland he's back. And then he left because he can only take so much. And what I'm saying is with Kawhi Leonard, even how great it's been that you had the whole story, you made it full circle. Unfortunately, your circle has pandemic P, playoff P, a self-given nickname to a man who's done nothing. And rumors were back in the day when this was all happening before Jimmy Butler decided to hitch his wagon to Miami. Kawhi was, please, Jimmy, come with me. You come with me to LA. And he goes, nah, playa. I'm going to the Heat. And so, Leroy, Stephen A. Smith yesterday on his platforms, he said, look for Kawhi Leonard if things go bad in the first round, which, by the way, they're as bad as it gets in the first round right now because the Heat are down 0-2. But the series hasn't started yet because nobody has won on the other team's court. However, Luka, he's taken 2 in LA. That series has started. It's big started, Leroy. They're in a bad spot. All right? Here's Stephen A. Smith yesterday.
A city that still doesn't sound all that much like Kawhi's town. Kawhi Leonard signed a 3-year deal with the Los Angeles Clippers when he arrived. But he can opt out after this season if he wants. And if the Clippers fail again to do any damage in the postseason, especially if they lose in the first round this time, oh yeah, Kawhi might just decide it's not working out in the la-la. He might decide it's time to leave. Might cut a new commercial of him driving, this time with the city of Los Angeles in his rear view, heading to South Beach, calling it his town, following in LeBron's footsteps again. But we won't forget. We won't forget his time with the Clippers.
We will.
There's still a lot of basketball to be played. I'm aware of that. Still time to change that narrative. But at the moment, it ain't looking good.
And that was before the loss, by the way. That was when they were down 1-0. Wow! Leroy, I have to declare something today. Miami Beach Watch is officially back on.
Yeah.
Back on. Robbie, you want a whale call with me?
What the hell kind of whale is that, Robbie?
That's a very beautiful whale, very relaxed. J Fig, you want to whale with me?
Hey, J Fig's whale needs some caffeine.
J Fig's whale's fun. On. Leroy, come on, whale with me. Come on,
No.
Leroy, come on,
No.
come on, bro. Let's go. Come
No.
on, let's whale together. Come on.
No,
The family that whales together stays together.
no,
Family that whales together sails together.
no. Nope.
Leroy,
No.
it's going bad in LA.
It's going
He can
bad in
come
Miami right now.
Yes, but he could be the final piece, and he's hooked up with a team that
Hey.
has that doesn't have pandemic P on it.
Here's the deal. We got our own problems down here. I ain't worried about
Nah, we don't
Kawhi right
gotta-
now.
Listen, it's not a problem. It's going to be an
Oh,
option.
no, it's a problem.
It's not a problem.
Okay.
By the
Not
way,
a problem.
I was watching. I didn't see the game last night. I'm just watching the highlights now. Like they're still doing the cardboard cutouts for the Clippers games. Like that's still a thing.
Listen, Clippers. I mean, come on, bro. Who's
Yeah.
going there? Who's going there? Billy Crystal?
Yeah, for real.
Frankie Muniz?
Noble one said Leroy Sooner pick. That's a win. That's a loss. You'd be wrong.
Oh, okay. So listen, just do it once.
So
Just,
then we'll
what
go.
is- let me
I
just say,
can
right
say
now.
both. I can say no to both.
Leroy,
No.
just try a whale sound on for size.
No.
What could be the harm? What could be the harm?
So as it tell Luka to finish the deal, we'll give him Dragic.
We don't have to give him Dragic. Cap space is there, baby. Cap space. You know what that is, Leroy? Addition,
So
addition by
my my question is,
Yep.
you still got to get Oladipo.
No, you don't, because he's already here.
You don't have.
Well,
Don't have-
no, he's a free agent.
Hey, listen. I like Oladipo. He's a nice guy, right? I don't know what's up with that quad. Leroy. Stephen A. Can you give me the other clip, Robbie? Because he was doing this in the midst of like a Jimmy Butler rant where he was talking about Jimmy Butler and he was ranting, and then all of a sudden, as an aside, just throws in there. By the way, Kawhi might join him, and everybody was just like, because that's a Stephen A. special. Like he'll be in the midst of a rant, but also has other takes to throw in there. Here's Stephen A. Smith yesterday.
Still going to go back to Jimmy Butler because I believe in him. Here's what stars do. Stars make up for what the rest of the team is lacking to some degree. They make up for it. And especially when it's a place you want it to go. D-Wade vouched for you. Kawhi Leonard might come there because undercover-wise, his relationship with Jimmy Butler is pretty damn good. Here's the reality of the situation. You the man there right now. Bam Adebayo, we love and appreciate him. We appreciate the years of service for Andre Iguodala, and we know he has a role on any championship team, okay? We look at some of the pieces like the Kendrick Nuns, the Tyler Heroes of the world. We know they could play. Damn it, Jimmy Butler, they ain't you. You Jimmy freaking Butler. Take over. Stop with the passiveness. It's yours. It's yours. You Mr. South Beach now. They ain't going to call it Wade County because Wade County is reserved for a very, very special man who now happens to be the part owner of the Utah Jazz, which is another story for another day. But the bottom line is, it's your town. Take over. Period.
I just like him just saying period. It just makes me happy.
Like, we
Period.
didn't know it was over.
No, now you know it's over because I said period.
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 That's a story for another day.
That's another story for another day. Period.
Period.
Oh, Leroy. Undercover. Undercover is close with Jimmy Butler. Interesting.
All right.
Leroy.
He broke
I'm
the
not
big
worried
three.
about that. I'm worried about tomorrow night.
Listen, we'll worry about tomorrow night when tomorrow night's here. Right now, this is the news of the day.
You already here.
Hot off the presses.
When you talking about stuff like this, that means that you've already gone fishing.
Definitely not.
Yes, it does.
Oh, you mean I gone fishing like I've gone and left the season?
Yeah.
Nah. See, here's the thing.
You're gonna be the TNT.
This is the great thing about whaling is sometimes the part of whaling everybody thinks is, oh, sharpen the harpoons, and you go out there and you're going and catching your whales. Part of it is you need to know what whales are in what waters. It's called echolocation. So, boom,
you gotta study their migration patterns, where they're gonna be.
boom. You got to tag them sometimes.
Yeah.
Look, you just go little tag. And now he swims off.
Did you tag Kawhi when he left Toronto?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But we thought it was over then. But then the problem is he's like, playoff P. How bad could this be?
Do you have questions for a guy who wanted playoff P?
No, because he wanted Jimmy Butler first. If you believe the rumors.
No, you're just hearing about that 2 years later.
No, I heard about it back when it was happening. That playoff P, well, everyone's like, he wanted Jimmy Butler first.
Yeah, Kawhi took forever to sign. I remember that he didn't sign until like a week into free agency. We're like, what's taking Kawhi forever? And
remember there was that whole standoff with the Lakers, like he was going to maybe join LeBron James, but even though he hates LeBron James and didn't want to join LeBron James, and so he was thinking about it, but it was all a leverage pattern, so the Clippers would give everything up to get playoff P because that's the only way you could get a superstar teammate. But really, what he wanted originally was Jimmy Butler to join him, and Jimmy Butler's like, "Nah, play. I'm going to Miami. Sorry." And Kawhi's like, and then they got to the bubble, and it turned out that playoff P was like, it's the bubble is because I'm playoff P and I was pandemic P, not because I was Paul George. But the thing is, you're always this guy, no matter if you're a Pacer, no matter if you're a Thunder, no matter if you're a Clipper, you're always playoff P. That's why you gave yourself your own nickname. And the problem is, right now, Leroy he's about to get bounced by the baby fat assassin, Luka Doncic, in about 4 games, and Kawhi Leonard's going to be looking around here being like, am I really hitching my wagon to this guy? No, thanks.
And he's the one that signed the max.
Yep. In the middle of the year.
How also funny would it be since, the Clippers, they intentionally tanked to lower their seeding to dodge the Lakers and they get swept in the first round by Dallas.
Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But that franchise is embarrassing.
Again, I'm not worried about other teams getting swept.
Why?
We got a situation here.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. We got a game coming up. It's not like we avoided it. It's not like I avoided the talks. I told you what's going to happen. Bucks just punched themselves out. They're going to be. They're like Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, exhausted, and we're going to be the fat kid swinging for the fences.
All right, if you say so.
The Bucks are going to want a bigger basketball court so they could run around like Anthony Joshua.
Can you just do one thing for me? Can you do one thing for me?
What?
Give me one whale sound. Give me one whale sound. Just try it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
First of all, there's 2 rules to this for me. The season going on, and it's not even up for the consideration yet.
It's about to
I don't care what you heard. He's got to opt out, and a bunch of things have to happen.
Oh, he's opting out.
Okay.
Oh, he's opting out.
Okay. I don't make assumptions. You're making a whole lot of assumptions.